Fantomen.
Review.
We have quite a lot of issues to cover today, starting off with issue 8 of 2024. It is a quite special issue that was created for the small convention Uppsala Comics. The cover by Henrik Sahlström features the Cathedral of Uppsala promptly, and the reprint of the Demon's Image created by Tony DePaul and Heiner Bade back in 1995 takes place there. This story has not yet been published outside of the Nordic countries, even though it won the best story in Norway that year. I think it has some similarities to the movie that came out in 1996, and the second part of Indiana Jones, in that it's a relic stolen and it needs to be returned. But it differs in what the relic does. This story is paired with the slaves. That is a Bastei story that was written in the 80s, but it was first released in Germany a few years ago. It was created by Menningen and Tafalla. It's always cool when Andreas and the editorial staff chooses something new to Fantomen, and I hope he continues to introduce us to some different Phantom content. And there's a cool thing like how this cover was made with like the sketches and stuff. Quite cool. Then we have issue 9 with a cool cover with a lot of action by Luca Arbada. It features a new Team Fantomen story, Farligt Vatten, that's like dangerous water, by Bernd Frentz and Janus Orden. And it's a cool story with a lot of underwater action, and I mean I love Warden's art as usual. And then we have a Sunday story, The Warmongers by Claes Remerti and Graham Nolan. And this time it's unedited, and I knew through readers are used to this, that you get all the panels, but I've talked with a few Swedish fans, and not everyone likes this. Some thinks like when it's edited, it's get a better flow, and I'm quite on the fence. I like that you get all the stories when it's like this, but I think I enjoy reading it more when the repetitions are removed. There's not that much repetition in this story, but it differs. Then we have issue 1011, a double issue. It has an epic cover depicting the first Phantom on the beach and swearing the skull oath, done by Rafael Ruiz. The Man Who Could Not Die is the reprint Team Fantomen story by E.D. Carelli and Georges Bess. It's a classic 80s Team Fantomen story, a bit different in that the comic book Fantomen is mentioned, like it says. It's 20 years old and stuff. And this is the second reprint of this story, and it fixes some continuity errors, mainly on this page with who was the Phantom's wife at the moment. The first reprint fixed the art but had the wrong name written. So this is basically the ultimate version of this story. And it's about the myth of the Phantom cannot die, basically. Then we have cool, like this is also like to celebrate the Norwegian Constitution Day. So it's the part from Phantom Strikes, and I got some nice signs here from Stockholm International Comics Festival, where I was able to listen to the authors, and so Arild Westernes and Knut Robert Knudsen, and the art is done by Mike Collins, and yeah, it takes place in Norway, in Bergen even, and yeah, that's cool. Then we get a short Carl Schempe, and I always enjoy reading Carl Schempe. Here we also get an article about the character that's within that Phantom meets, because it's its own character, so quite cool. And then we also get this daily story about the prediction of the Phantom's end. It's been going on for quite some time, and yeah, I hope the end justifies its long length of multiple parts. And here we also get to know which one won the best story of 2023, and it's Ku Klux Klan. It's a reprint of a Team Fantomen story. And then next issue 12. This has a cover by a new artist, or new to Fantomen, not new in that way, Kasia Nie. I think it has a really clean, nice, cool look, and she has former experience working for Marvel, Image, Dark Horse, and she really knows her stuff, and at least for me, she's more than welcome to come back and do more Phantom stuff. And the story is also art by her, and it's written by Jakob from the editorial team. And yeah, it's like the mongrels would be the translation of the story name. And yeah, I mean, it's a bit of like Oliver and the Gang from Disney, but yeah, totally different, but it has some similarities. Then we have the new Thorgal story, and here encounters Bluetooth, not the computer thing, but the king that Bluetooth is named after. Yeah, and that story concludes in this issue number 13 and from 2024. And this, talking about new creators, this is the second cover by Henry Johannes, and quite cool. The first one was in issue 2-3 of this year, I think. And then we have a new writer and new artist on the new Team Fantomen story. It's Mikael Bergqvist and Gerardo Canelo. It's called like the Mark of the Phantom. And yeah, it features evil artifacts, cults, and unexplained things, like how the mark gets to where it is. You have to read it to find out. And yeah, the conclusion of Thorgal, as we said. So let's see you next time. Then we will talk about Flash Gordon coming back, reprint of The Secret of the Colossus, I think it's called in English, and a new story, Light over Bakama Lake. See you then. Happy Fantoming.